So I want to talk today about the U.S. debt crisis because I don't think a lot of people know what's going on and how exactly to break it down. So basically the U.S. is facing a catch-22. We can't get out of the debt crisis unless we go through some very painful and treacherous obstacles in the coming future and for a long haul. And the U.S. basically has two options, and I'm going to say that and what the two options are at the end of the video. Both are painful, both you should be aware of and prepared for. But I want to explain how we got here very quickly. Now, this happened before in society in the 1970s under Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter nominated a man named Paul Volcker for the head of the Fed. When inflation was high and debt was at the debt to GDP ratio was 32%. Our debt to GDP ratio is 137%, just to give you an idea. What Paul Volcker did was a bold move and created 20% interest. Now, 20% interest rates were a huge, bold move, and I'm going to explain why. 20% interest rates will cause a recession. High interest rates cause recession all the time. When interest rates are that high, it will bring inflation down, okay? But it also causes a recession. So when you are buying a house and getting a mortgage, a 20% interest rate on a mortgage is insane. A 20% interest on a business loan to expand your business, get more supply because your demand is high so you can keep up with demand, or to get new equipment to keep your business going and further the business. All of these things are unappealing when the interest rates are high. It is unappealing to the supplier and to the buyer. It causes a recession. People buy less and people can't supply the demand that is there because it's more costly. We're seeing this as well because we are going through what's called a supply shift, because China is no longer the lowest cost-effective way to supply. So rather than China, where it is not the lowest supplier, that is the most cost-effective, we are looking at Vietnam. So under China would be Mexico and then Vietnam. And to shift what we are currently getting supplied with from China and what we have been getting supplied with from China for years is a rocky and bumpy shift, including what's been going on in the supply chains, what's happened because of the COVID, and all these other things going on in the world. Now, so the U.S. has two options. They can pull a Volcker. To pull a Volcker is to rise interest rates at a high price, but to lower inflation, but this will be very rocky, and the math doesn't really work out because our debt to GDP ratio is 137%, and when Volcker did it, it was only 32%. And if we did do this, it would have to be at extreme levels and executed very quickly, so it'll be an extreme shock to the public and very painful. We are also seeing, because of this, there is a huge wealth gap. We are getting rid of the middle class, and we are seeing the wealthy get more wealthy, the poor get more poor, and the middle class getting completely obliterated. Now, the other option is to come out to the public and say that our goal for inflation is 4%, and that is going to be economic suicide, essentially. So either way, the next 10 years are going to be very rocky, and you should be prepared for it. So I just wanted to explain to that briefly in a video. Hopefully these facts were quick and concise. I know the attention span of many is ever decreasing, so I'm trying to make really quick videos just to keep you up to date and explain what's really going on here. So if you like these videos, let me know.